because of the many death threats they have received. Next stop is a presentation by an after-school program in gymnastics and acrobatics for young children that are at risk, without parents or family. It appears it may be faith-based. The children perform in a large warehouse, no air conditioning, and no nets. They do practice with nets. Enjoy the circus. Apparently, a mistake was made on this last routine, so the young man had the two of them do it again. Amazing strength. The tourist dollar is important to the entire country, and not just at the national level. Danny or her sister had to give up their job to care for the family. It was determined that Danny's sister, who is a doctor, would quit her job, because Danny, as a tour guide, makes considerably more in tips. The same is true of all the workers at the resorts who vie for these jobs and potential tip money. On the other hand, it is recognized by all that the country is not ready. Not enough hotels, restaurants, bathrooms, transportation. It will be complicated. We stop at the bar El Floridita, one of Ernest Hemingway's favorite hangouts in Havana. It is beyond packed, but Danny managed to get us each a frozen daiquiri. A statue of Hemingway takes in all the nonsense. Lunch, then the bus takes us to Hemingway's home and grounds in the country. It is truly a gentleman's hunting lodge. Animal heads mounted on the walls, Spartan interior filled with books, clean tile floors. Our guide tells us that the Hemingways gave this home all the original furnishings and land to the Cuban people. We later learned that the guide in Key West says that Castro confiscated these grounds. Researching at home, it's complicated. Hemingway's fishing boat, Pilar, named after his first wife, Pauline. His tower office and the view from there. And then, right outside the grounds, this is the housing. Special lobster dinner tonight at a rooftop restaurant, 5 floors up and no elevator. After dinner, we attend a late-night show by a group that has been invited to the White House, the Buena Vista Social Club. Goodness, what a night! Sunday morning we head to the suburbs of Havana, Mariano. It is a gracious residential area with broad avenues, mature trees, and long esplanades. Many of the foreign embassies are housed here in pre-revolutionary mansions. Our destination is the home of Gerardo Chihona, one of the most important film directors in Cuba. He is candid in his discussion of the industry in Cuba. From the time of the revolution, there was a newsreel every week in the cinemas. Although propaganda, it did provide an opportunity to learn the craft. The 60s were the golden age, and in the 70s, the government started taking control. One of his films lasted 3 days in the cinema and then was taken down. We are invited to enjoy his home and restaurant with free beverages of choice. What a delightful location! We didn't want to move. There are no homeless people in Cuba. Everyone has an address, is registered, and among other things, receives a monthly free food ration. Controlled by the head of the household, each person is allotted so much food based on their age and health. Then, throughout the month, they shop at government stores, and with pencil and paper, a record is kept of every transaction. As an example, everyone is allotted 7 pounds of rice per month. Children under the age 7 are allotted milk. If you have health issues, you may be allotted seafood, which is normally just for the tourists. Of course, all of this presupposes the government is able to secure the product, which is not always the case. We arrive at the Mirlando Community Center, a development project using music and the arts to enrich communities, instill a sense of accomplishment and belonging, and create some pretty amazing stuff. We return to the hotel along the Malecon, a beautiful 5-mile-long sea drive and meeting place for the locals. Fishing is permitted only from the seawall for fear of sailing to Miami. A quick stop in the hotel humidor for a few of the cigars that JFK smoked, then off to our farewell dinner. Earlier, Lewis told us he was unable to secure the antique cars for our ride to dinner, but I had a feeling, and sure enough, we are met outside the hotel by a fleet of 7 convertibles. We snuggle into the 1946 red Ford with pink leatherette interior for one last tour of the city. Che Guevara, a memorial to the poet José Martí, and a stop at Revolutionary Square to admire our automobiles. What a marvelous parade! And just one more place to go, the Hotel Nacional, home to the rich and famous since the 30s. As the sun begins to set, the Malecon entices all to a wonderful evening. We are dropped off at the restaurant for a delightful and teary farewell dinner. The next morning, we say goodbye to our incredible driver, guides, and travel companions. Cuba, free education, free healthcare, monthly monetary and food allocation, no homeless, no guns, little crime, and yet it's complicated.